I got a 70 on my last test, bro, and I've been working my.
If you are a nursing student and you might be going through what he's going through, trust me, I understand. I'm going into my third semester of nursing school. I start literally in 3 weeks, and I don't know how to attach, but I'll just put on the comment section like my transcript of how I've been doing throughout my last 2 semesters so far. I've been doing really good. My GPA right now is a 3.39. But anyway, not to do any bragging, but just want to say I think I kind of cracked the code on how to prepare for nursing exams, honestly. So to help my bro out right here, I'm gonna let you know three things. Firstly, yes, you may have a bad score the first exam, but don't let it obviously be the same score you get next time. So what I recommend, go to your professor, ask them to review your exam if they're allowed to do that, but they should be. And you pretty much review every question, and they pretty much will give you advice of where you went wrong and how you should have thought through that question, and they'll steer and which will steer you to the right answer. That's the first thing you should do. Now, if I were you, I would even be recording that whole session with your advisor. I mean your professor. And then after you record that, you want to like re-listen to that recording, and then actually note down exactly the type of questions you missed and why you missed it. And now you want to pretty much make a note of that. Secondly, you write it down, put it on ChatGPT or Google LM or Claude, whatever AI tool you use, or even Gemini. And pretty much you're going to pretty much going to give context to your AI, be like, hey, these are the type of nursing questions I missed. Obviously, you need to give more information, like the context, like the specific topic, what it was. And don't stop there. I want you to save all your PDF or PowerPoints that your professor gave you, and you need to feed your AI those specific notes, because after you pretty much give context to your AI, you also give them your notes, your study notes. You want it to pretty much give you a practice test, pretty much like a pre-practice test, specifically on the questions you missed, and you wanted to ask specifically the questions from your notes your professor gives you, because you don't want the AI to be grabbing random nursing notes and nursing information from anywhere on the internet. So that's the reason why I'm suggesting you do that. Now, of course, you feed your AI your notes, you give it the context of the type of questions you missed, and you ask it to give you like maybe 10 to 15 pre-practice questions on those topics you missed, and gather the information specifically from your professor's PowerPoints and PDFs notes. Now you get that. Obviously, it's going to give you answers, and you test yourself and you see where you're going right, where you're going wrong. And what you're going to do is pretty much keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Now, the third thing is utilize your school's resource. If your school has ATI, we don't use ATI. We use a different software called Elsevier. So Elsevier gives us Saunders and NCLEX questions. Those are really good. It even has next gen type questions. So I would go through whatever your school resources are, utilize that. If your textbook has questions at the end of each topic that you're testing on, go through those questions, go through the answer. That's how you're going to pretty much figure out, oh, this is how I should be understanding this question, and this is why this answer is the best answer and the other answers are not the best. Now, a bonus one. The fourth thing I would advise, follow Nexus Nursing. Nexus Nursing is the best because she literally goes through every different NCLEX style questions. It's all specific for like whatever topic it is. So if you're studying, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think right now. like whatever pharmacology, yeah, if you're studying basic pharmacology, if you're learning maybe respiratory meds. So literally she'll give you like 5 questions. Well, she'll be reading 5 questions, and she will like double down on like which are the best options, and she'll even explain why the other options aren't right and why the specific one option is right. She's so great at doing that. So I would recommend as well watch Nexus Nursing. Registered RN is also good too. She's very detail oriented. I like her too. But she's more like, just breaks down specific topics, and just makes it more clear. She doesn't really go through a lot of practice questions. She does do it, but not as much as Nexus Nursing. She's really great at that. Nurse Mike is great too. Level Up RN, they pretty much just like registered RN Sarah. They just pretty much break down a large topic of nursing into something smaller. So hopefully my advice helps, because so far I have a 3.39 GPA. Those are the things that have helped me get the GPA that I have right now and get the 90s and 80% that I've been getting in my nursing exams. I even got an A minus in pharmacology. So that's pretty much what I do to have gotten the grade I got for pharmacology and my other nursing classes. So hopefully that helps. If you want more of like a private one-on-one session, I'll be pretty much creating that sometime soon. And yeah, or you can just DM me. I can just like send like a quick Zoom and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hopefully these tips help and you can get a higher grade.